Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2. I am doing my own dip acrylic nails while I share with you what's going on in my life. So we did nail prep in part 1, so you can go back and look at that. I didn't really show you a whole lot just because I didn't think you were here for it. Just more of a story time while I do it. I kind of beat up my nail a little bit with the file there and struggling a little. So I did have round nails before. We're going for a little bit more of a coffin shape this time. To begin with, I start with just a clear coat. Clear. Just kidding, I'm not doing ASMR. And I just add a little bit of a kind of fancy terms, an apex to my nail, just so well, it has length, it gives it a little bit of strength as well. They are pretty strong, but I do have pretty brittle nails to begin with, so I like to keep that clear coat on there. I have this very large box of colors to choose from for colors, so I'll probably narrow it down to a couple and show you my discerning process. But I'm gonna do the clear coat part first. Maybe there's a couple nail shapes that I'm not like totally loving, so I'm gonna clean them up a little bit. And yeah, just this video I'm gonna kind of share with you guys my pregnancy stuff. I have really been, I don't know, like, it feels weird to talk about this stuff just because, like, looking back, like, I don't know, you'll get it when I share. But I am going to bring you down lower so you can see what I'm doing, and ready, set, go. So here we are down in my little workspace. Voila. So I start with a little bit of a couple preps. So I use Kiara Sky. This is a dehydrator essentially. They call it a bond. It's really a dehydrator. So I'm just dehydrating, especially on the part of the nail that is my nail, because that's where we want her to stick. I'll just show you the one hand just because this is a lot of repetition. So we do that, and then I like to, that dries out pretty quick. Then I do this Sparkle & Co. pH bond. I really like this stuff. I only started using this stuff recently. It really has been helping with the bond of the product. Okay, so I in 2020 I was diagnosed with PCOS, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a it is a condition where you, well, for me, it can look different for different people, but for me, I had cysts on my ovaries, and for a lot of people, this has been happening to me where this comes off, but I've had worse because some of mine, I had this one break before, and like I got essentially what's super glue all over myself, and it was terrible. But this is the number 2. This is what sticks the product to my fingernails. So essentially I'm creating an apex for right here. This is where I pulled off some product earlier. I'm just gonna give it a tiny little bit of a dip in there and go on to the rest of them. So I just like to create just right in the middle a little horseshoe shape of product, just so just keeping it a little extra bond. I don't go all the way to my cuticle, and I don't go all the way to the ends, so I just go right there in the middle. And anyways, with the PCOS, that does make it a little hard to, like, historically, to conceive, just because you have really irregular periods. Your hormones are a little jacked up. You can have a lot of other symptoms too. Some people even get so much as like hair growth on their chin, like a beard. Luckily I never had any symptom like that. Then for this, I gotta do this one again because I never did the whole thing. So luckily I never had any issues with that, but I historically really didn't think I was gonna have a hard time conceiving. But when I moved to Pierre in January, so then this round I just go a little bit more towards the middle. I avoid going farther out, and this is just really, you can't see what I'm doing very well, but this is really just for the strength of the middle of my nail. And so when I moved to Pierre, I got a new OB-GYN, and she found that I had some polyps in my uterus, which are abnormal growths. And she said that that was actually what was probably causing my abnormal bleeding more so than my PCOS. So she said, let's have surgery and get those removed. So I had like a little like same day surgery where I got a few polyps removed out of my uterus. And yeah, I was in and out in no time. I had a normal, and then she told me like, it's gonna be a while after that surgery before you get your normal period back. Like it could be weird. So just prepare for that. So anyways, that's what I do for the clear coat. And then we do the other hand. So I'm not gonna show you guys that since I don't know. I don't wanna look down, so maybe I will. Okay, you're going back down. So she told me it's gonna be a while before you get back your normal period and before you can conceive. And so we should just work on weight loss and weight management so that we can get your normal cycles going without any medication. So I was working on that and just kind of praying for the best, and then moved back home. I wasn't like, I had a consult with a weight management program. I had like one appointment, but then they never really reached out again. I don't know if I was supposed to call them for another appointment or if they were supposed to call me, but it was my impression that they were supposed to call me. But then I moved and all this stuff happened and I didn't really like pay attention to it. So it was like that just went under the way. And then when Adam quit his job, we didn't have insurance anymore. So I was like, well, I'll just wait until we get our lives figured out and get that back on. So then, I wasn't necessarily like focused on watching fertility because the doc had told me like it'll be a while before you get your normal period back. It'll be a while before you can conceive, all this stuff. So I wasn't super paying attention. We weren't like super trying or anything, just living out our normal lives. And then the week school started, I think in August, Adam's football team had a game out in the Black Hills. So we went out there early and visited some friends, and the plan was to like drink with them. And so Adam usually has me just take a pregnancy test before drinking, just because he's super cautious. I wasn't super worried about it, so I was like, whatever, sure, fine. So we like bought some like dinky gas station pregnancy test, and then I took it the next morning and it was positive. And I was just like, absolutely no way. I was like, doctor said that's not possible. Like, there's just no way. So like, cause like in my mind, like we were not going to conceive for years. Like it was going to be, I was going to have to lose all this weight. I was going to have to do all these things. And at that point only were we going to get pregnant. So, yeah, it was kind of like a big shock. I'm going to look through colors now. I'll be back with like my final 3 probably. Sometimes I ask my husband which one I should choose. I have one that I think I want to do, but I looked at it again today and I was like, ooh, I don't know. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm down to 5 colors. Let's look. Okay, this one is called Au Naturel. This is just a plain old, nothing special, creamy beige color. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it, but here's some other ones. This is called, what is this called? Pumpkin Spice. It seemed appropriate. It's a sparkly, big chunky glitter orange. I'm just like not really an orange girl, but it felt appropriate. This is the one I was gonna show you that I was thinking last time. This one is called Aurora Borealis. I can see why. So this is like a sparkly, it has a lot of, I'm gonna mix this one around actually for you guys. So I'll show you what it looks like. So like this has like a lot of like black in it. I really do like this one, but I just don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. So that's Aurora Borealis. This one is called Mermaid. I don't know, I just really like the color of this. It's like this really sagey green, but it has this like really pretty like gold sparkly in it. I just thought it was so pretty, nice fall color. And then this one's called Golden Hour. Like you just have to throw this one in every time. It's so cute. I don't know if it's giving it justice, but this is like a white base with like these really pretty iridescent-y orange green type glitters. Very pretty. So I don't know. I'm like so torn because that green and the mermaid is just so pretty, but the Aurora Borealis I might do next time. I'm like, maybe I'll save it for Halloween because it's so dark. It's what week? Yeah, it's only the beginning of October. I don't really have anything going on the next few weeks to like, you know, do my nails for. The mermaid one is so pretty. Au Naturel, I always pull out because I'm like, maybe I'll just do it, but boring. So, Pumpkin Spice. It just seems like the perfect time of year to do it, but like at the same time, I don't know. I'm just not feeling the Pumpkin Spice. So, down to Golden Hour and Mermaid. I'm gonna ask my husband. Adam picked Mermaid, and I'm not mad about it. So, away we go. Back down we go. So, same thing as the rest of it. Except for a little different. Anyway, so I'd taken the pregnancy test, didn't believe it. So we went into, we had a football game, right? So we went into Hill City and I dropped Adam off. And then I ended up going to a gas station. Well, no, I went to a convenience store, bought another pregnancy test, went to a bathroom at a gas station and took it, and it was positive again. So I was like, okay, like maybe I believe it. Like I was late on my period, but at the same time, like my doctor told me it would be a while before my period was normal again. So like that wasn't a surprise to me. Oh, I love this color. So yeah, so I was like, that's so weird. And she was like convinced we were gonna have to use fertility treatments to get me to ovulate. She wasn't even convinced I was ovulating. So like this was just like so weird to me. So then the next day I went to Walgreens and got like a digital pregnancy test, like, because I was like, I need one that like really says it. And I took it at a bagel shop and it said pregnant again. So I was like, what? And then I messaged one of my friends who had recently given birth to a baby, and I was like, do I believe it? And she's like, please just stop taking pregnancy tests. Like, she's like, just believe it. It's true. It's happening. It's real. So of course my husband is just like ecstatic. So I had told him after the first one, because I was getting ready for the day, got a shower, I took it, and he knew I was taking it because he had got me stuff to pee in and whatever. And and then oh, I don't know if I want to do this hand yet. I got a brush. I use this little brush to like brush off my fingers. So I was like, okay, she's like, just call your doctor, set up an appointment, tell him you had a positive pregnancy test, and just like go get seen. Like, she's like, once you see an ultrasound, you'll believe it. So based off like my last period, I would be like almost 3 months pregnant. So I was like, oh my gosh, I should probably get in. And they were like, oh my gosh, you should probably get in. So I made the appointment. They got me in like a few, I don't know. It was like the day after we moved into our house, I think. So like a week and a half later. And we got an ultrasound, baby was there. I was just like such in awe. Like it just felt so surreal. I was just like, there's just no way this is my uterus. Like there's no way there's a baby growing in there. But then it was really scary because they're like, oh, like there's no way you're almost 12 weeks. Cause like that's what it would have been based off my last period. So like, for those of you who don't know, 12 weeks is like the end of your first trimester. So I was like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing if I was 12 weeks, because like, that means like the scary part's over, like no miscarriages, like, you know, you're kind of just like out of the scary part, at least for a little while. And so but the ultrasound tech was like, there's no way that you are 12 weeks. Like this baby is tiny. So that kind of scared me, because we went from almost being out of the scary part, because like my mom had a bunch of miscarriages, like I had PCOS, like there was just like, I was just so scared. And I know a lot of even moms who don't have fertility issues like are scared of that first trimester. And that's why a lot of people don't tell people that they're pregnant, is because like, what if you lose it? And just, yeah, really sad. So, we decided to tell people, like our family and really, really close friends, because we were like, oh my gosh, what if we lose it? Like, that is a possibility. And, like, what if we never get to share this joy with our family and we just have to share our sorrow? So we decided to share, because I had read a lot that said like the one thing I regretted the most about my pregnancy was not telling people sooner. Okay, I did 2 coats in. This is where I always try to decide, like, do I do one more coat? I usually just do 2. Oh, I think I'm just gonna do 2. Okay, I decided. we'll go on to the next hand. Just gotta get this off my finger. So we decided to tell people, and then it scared me because the ultrasound tech was like, yeah, you're probably closer to like 5.5 weeks, 6 weeks maybe. But baby did have a strong heartbeat. At the time I didn't know it, but I have a friend who works as an ultrasound tech, and she said, and I wish this other lady would have told me, like, if your baby has a heart rate at that, like, young, like before they're 9 weeks or whatever, like, that's a super good sign, and your chances of miscarriage are actually less, like, by quite a bit. So I got told that later on, and that really did help me calm down just a little bit. But then, yeah, so I kind of like smooth sailed through the rest of my first trimester, just like, but like with the constant fear, like anytime I felt anything in my stomach, I was like, oh my gosh, here it goes. Like, here, I'm gonna miscarry. Like, and it was so hard for me because like my husband was just so happy for it, and like just super like excited, and everyone is excited for us, but like here I am feeling this like massive amounts of doom in my chest, just like so fearful of miscarriage. So it was a little tough, but we had another ultrasound a few weeks later. Baby's heartbeat was still strong, and now I am 11.5 weeks pregnant, almost out of the first trimester. So basically where we thought we were to begin with. Of course, still scared, but I think I am trusting in God a little bit more now. Like, I didn't get pregnant on my own, nor will I give birth to this baby on my own. Like, this is all a miracle for us. So like, I just have to trust that this is the plan, and that, you know, whatever happens, and I can pray for a strong, healthy baby, but, you know, God's timing is perfect. Everything has worked out thus far. Why don't I believe that it'll work out from here on out? So I'm just like kind of at peace with that now. It took me a long while to get here, but I'm definitely, like, I was in a rut for a few weeks because I was just like so nauseous, so sick, and then also feeling these things in my heart. So it was just like, oh, it was just terrible. So I'm feeling a lot better now that I'm towards the end of the first trimester. My nausea's pretty much gone away, for the most part. I still have some food aversions, but we're doing all right. Just trucking along. I have my second trimester appointment coming up in a little bit over a week. So that's just wild to me. This color is so pretty. I'm so glad we chose this one. Anyway, so yeah, this is a pretty simple process. Just paint and dip, paint and dip, paint and dip. If you're curious, I ended up with all this product because one of my high school teachers had like an obsession with it during COVID, but then after COVID was done, she like wanted to get rid of it. And so I bought it off for, it's like $2,000 worth of product that I got for like $200. So I ain't mad about it. I've been doing my nails pretty much since, well, especially since being here, I've been doing my nails pretty ritualistically every 2 weeks. Okay, I think we're good. So we're done with this one. We go on to our number 3, which is Seal and Protect. This is essentially curing it, makes it hard, cure altogether. It's kind of fun to watch because it does, like, at this point, like, it's still pretty, it's like pretty hard, but it's like malleable. Like, I could peel stuff off if I wanted to, or, you know, but once I put this on, like, this pretty much cures it. I've seen a lot of, like, online, people will just, when they do their dip nails, they'll just like dip and go. Like, they just end here, which, well, they put like a top coat on it, but like, that's it. I don't. I file. I'm crazy. I'm a perfectionist. Although a lot of these like lighter glitter, so like this doesn't have chunky glitter, so these ones apply a lot smoother. But like chunky glitter, if you didn't have an electric file, that would be an immediate no. So, oh my gosh, look how gorgeous that color is. Sometimes I apply 2 coats of this. This goes all the way down even to that clear coat that we put in. Yeah, just kind of therapeutic, not gonna lie. And then we're done with that. So now we go to filing. Although they really don't really look that bad, but I could buff probably and be done, but I'll probably file a little bit around my cuticles. My application has gotten a lot better to where like I don't have to file around my cuticles quite as much. It used to be really bad where it was like, no, you need to file. So I'm pretty much done with my story, almost done with my nails. I'm gonna go file and be back with my finished product. So my husband, anyways, I am, after large amounts of filing, buffing, shaping, whatever, this is where we're at. But you get to be around for my favorite part, which is top coat time. So at this point, I just kind of pick under my nails and get all the extra junk out. But it's a nice color. All right, down into workshop zone. My other one from the other brand broke and spilled everywhere, so I just have this OPI one. It's just like this is essentially super glue. It's nothing super fancy. So, this just finishes her off. Look how pretty. I don't know, so usually my cuticles don't look this bad, but I kind of filed to shit today. And they're looking a little sad. But usually after this dries, I do another shiny top coat that isn't super glue. It's an actual like nail polish top coat. And then I put some cuticle oil on and some lotion and whatever, wash my hands, all that. And then it looks much, much better. But I love this part because it really brings out the sparkle. It just, oh, so pretty. So yeah. And the next, sometimes, I don't know, I'm kind of a mess, so I do accidentally stick my finger in super glue and screw it up, but I'm hoping for the best this time. So yes, baby, I have a weird suspicion it's a girl. I've been super moody. I've been, my boobs have grown a bunch. I have a little bit of chin acne. I have weird suspicions, but we will see. I won't be able to find out until probably after Thanksgiving. I think Adam wants a girl. So I don't really think he cares, but he wants to be a girl dad. Don't blame him. I think girls might be easier just because I grew up with a bunch of girls, so I don't know. So I just hold my hands like this while it dries, because otherwise I will mess it up. And stick my hand in not yet dry super glue. Gosh, I really beat that one. I'm not so good with the file on my right hand yet. Anyways, baby. Nursery is, I don't have to paint or anything. We might get new carpet in there. It's a little old. We're gonna send our dog to more obedience classes. He's just such a puppy and he gets so excited, but he's huge, and around a baby that might be a little interesting. What else? I don't know. I did finally let myself buy like a onesie. It's just like gender neutral color. It was really cute, but I like wasn't allowing myself to buy anything because I was like, there's just no way this is gonna last. But I did let myself buy a onesie. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's about it. These are pretty much the finished nails, outside of me just putting on some lotion, putting another top coat on. Very pretty, turned out very nice. These could last me longer than 2 weeks, but I usually just do 2 weeks. I'm liking this shape a little better. You can't see it very well, but like it's just like more of a, do like the influencer thing. It's just like a square shape. Wow, that is okay. Still didn't see that very well, but I had round before, wasn't loving it. Like this one's so long. Like why is that so long? So, yeah, that's, if you want to know more about the process of doing my nails, let me know. If you want to come get your cuticles chopped for free $99, come get your nails done. And yeah, let me know what you want to know in the next one. It's been fun sharing these little things with you guys. I'm excited to share more, and you know a little bit more about my pregnancy journey so far. Yeah, I'm just hoping to still feel as good as I'm feeling now. I actually do feel pretty good, minus my nasty hair and skin because I haven't done much today. But thanks for coming on my nail journey. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.